Good morning, friends. How are you? Welcome to Storytime. Are you ready to do the song with me? Do it with me. Here we go. Roll, roll, roll your hands fast as fast can be. Do it now, let me see. Do it now with me. Rub, rub, rub your tummy soft as soft can be. Do it now, let me see. Do it now with me. Clap, clap, clap your hands loud as loud can be. Do it now, let me see. Do it now with me. Tap, tap, tap your toes soft as soft can be. Do it now, let me see. Do it now with me. Oh, good job, everyone. All right, let's get our calendar out. Oh, and do you remember last week when I told you when I saw you this week it was going to be a brand new month? It is. Look, here is our new month. Oh, this month has a very long name. We had May and June and July and August they had shorter names, but look at this month. It's really long. This month is September. And look, here is our heart for today's story time with a number 1. That makes today Tuesday, September 1st. Oh, wow. There's our story time for tomorrow. And remember I said last week, Miss Abby's science time is moving to Fridays. There we go. And Monday is a holiday. Many mommies and daddies will have it off from work. Oh, there we go. So let's do our days of the week song. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 days in a week. Can you do the days of the week song with me? Here we go. There are 7 days, there are 7 days, there are 7 days in a week. There are 7 days, there are 7 days, there are 7 days in a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yes, 7 days are in a week. So we've got our story times on here. We've got, the first day of fall is in September. Oh, look, on this Monday, an in-person story time in the park. The PRC will handle the registration for that, so just look for that event on the PRC. Oh, look at all those things going on in September. All right, so I'm going to put our calendar over here. And then I'm going to get out our weather chart. Here it is. So while I sing the weather song, you look outside, look out your window, look out your door, and see what the weather is at your house. You ready? What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather out today? What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather out today? All right, come back, come back, come back. What is the weather at your house today? The weather at my house, I look up into the sky. Oh my goodness. I see no sun. The only thing up there is clouds. It is a very, very cloudy day. So I'm going to color in the rectangle on clouds. There we go. It's also a pretty windy day. Is it windy at your house? Is it cloudy and windy at your house? I don't think it's supposed to rain today. I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. But today it is very cloudy. All right, so let me put our weather chart away. There we go. And for the first story, I have a little something special. So hold on right there. Let me go get it, and I'll be right back. All right, you ready? Hold on. Let's see what this special surprise is. Let me see. Here we go. Here is the special surprise. This first story is all about this kitten. Isn't this kitten just such a precious little thing? Well, one morning, this kitten was having a bad day. You see, Kitten had lost his purr. Oh my goodness. He was very upset about that. So Kitten, he went in search of his purr. Now, of course, he was going to ask all the farmyard animals. So the first farmyard animal he found was Chicken. He walked right up to Chicken and said, Chicken, do you have my purr? Well, Chicken looked at the kitten and said, no, Kitten, I have a I don't have your purr. Why don't you go ask Cow? Okay, so Kitten went to find Cow. And when Kitten did find Cow, Kitten said, Cow, do you have my purr? And Cow looked at Kitten and said, no, I have a moo, moo. I don't have your purr. Why don't you go ask Duck? All right, so Kitten went to find Duck. And when Kitten found Duck, Kitten said, Duck, do you have my purr? But Duck looked at Kitten and said, no, I have a quack, 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 quack. I don't have your purr. Why don't you go ask Pig? All right, so Kitten then went to find Pig. Now when Kitten found Pig, Kitten looked at Pig and said, Pig, do you have my purr? And Pig looked at Kitten and said, no, I don't have your purr. I have a oink, 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 oink. I don't have your purr. Why don't you go ask Sheep? All right, so Kitten went to find Sheep. Now when Kitten found Sheep, Kitten looked at Sheep and said, do you have my purr? Now Sheep looked at Kitten and said, no, I have a bah, bah, bah. I don't have your purr. Why don't you go ask Goat? Okay, so Kitten went to find Goat. When Kitten did find Goat, Kitten looked at Goat and said, Goat, do you have my purr? Goat looked and said, no, I have a meh, meh, meh. I don't have your purr. Why don't you go find Dog? Maybe Dog has your purr. So Kitten went to find Dog. Now when Kitten found Dog, she looked at Dog and said, Dog, do you have my purr? Dog looked at Kitten and said, no, I don't have your purr. I have a arf, 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 arf. I don't have a purr. Why don't you go ask Owl? So Kitten went to ask Owl. Here's Owl. Now when Kitten found Owl, Kitten was very sad. Kitten looked at Owl and said, Owl, I have lost my purr. Do you have my purr? Now Owl, being the wisest animal, Owl looked at Kitten and said, Kitten, I don't have your purr. I have the hoo, hoo, hoo. Why don't you go ask your mom? Your mom can help you find your purr. Okay, said Kitten. So Kitten left Owl, and Kitten went to find his mom. Now, when Kitten did find his mom, he was very, very sad. And he looked at his mom and said, Mama, I've lost my purr. I've asked all the animals on the farm, and not one of them had my purr. I don't know where I lost it. How can I find it, Mama? Now, Mama Cat, she looked at her little kitten, and she said, oh, kitten, a purr, it's not something you can lose. Your purr comes from the inside. It's a feeling you have. Oh, well, how do I get the purr feeling? And Kitten's mama looked at Kitten and said, Kitten, you'll know when you have that purr feeling. And Mama, she started to lick her kitten. And then she cuddled up right close to her kitten. And then all of a sudden, this feeling came over Kitten. And guess what? Kitten went, and little Kitten found his purr. Oh, and that is the story of Do You Have My Purr? All right, so I'm going to put little Kitten down, and little Kitten is going to take off to go find his real mama. There he goes. Oh, what a great story of feeling. Oh, having that special feeling inside. Oh, it's a great feeling. And now, this next story is all about a chicken. You've probably heard this story before. It is called The Little Red Hen. And in this story, we have a chicken. We have a dog. We have a cat. And we have a goat. There we go. We don't need any of the rest of these animals. Let me put them all back in there. There we go. All right. So like I said, this story is called The Little Red Hen. Now one day, the little red hen, she was out walking around in the yard, doing what chickens do, scratching and pecking. Now dog was also doing what dogs do, chewing on a bone. Cat was busy doing what cats do, playing with a ball of string. And goat was busy doing what goats do, headbutting trees. Well, now as chicken, as she was scratching around in the dirt, she found some wheat seeds. Now, when she found those wheat seeds, she picked them up and said, "Oh, wheat seeds! Oh, there are not enough wheat seeds here to do anything with. But if I planted these seeds, I could grow a whole crop of wheat. I could take that wheat and I could grind it and I can make bread. Delicious homemade bread. What a great idea!" So now Chicken, the little red hen, she took those wheat seeds back to the house and she asked her roommates, "Who will help me plant these seeds?" Guess what? Dog said, "Not I." Cat said, "Not I." And goat said, "Not I." "Then I will plant them myself," said the chicken. And that's exactly what she did. She worked that ground, she dug it and dug it and dug it and dug it, and then she planted those seeds, and then she finally covered them over with that layer of dirt. "All planted," said the little red hen. And then the little red hen, she waited for those seeds to start to grow. It got very, very dry. Yeah, I better water my seeds. So she asked her housemates again, "Who will help me water the wheat seeds?" Dog said, "Not I." Cat said, "Not I." And goat said, "Not I." "Then I will do it myself," said the little red hen. And she did. She went and she got her watering can. She filled it with water, and then she watered those wheat seeds to give them a drink. Oh, well, soon those wheat seeds, they started to grow. They were just little teeny tiny things. and then they grew, and they grew, and they grew. But, as in the dirt, not only did the wheat grow, but so did the weeds. And the little red hen, she said, "Who will help me weed the wheat?" Dog said, "Not I." Cat said, "Not I." And goat said, "Not I." "Then I will do it myself," said the little red hen. And she did. She went and she got her hoe, and she took hold of that hoe, and she dug and dug and dug. She dug all those weeds up so they didn't interfere with the growing of the wheat. She worked very, very hard. That's hard work, weeding in the garden. Well, all of that hard work and that wheat, it continued to grow, and it grew, and it grew, and it grew, and it grew. Well, about this time of year, guess what happened? That wheat, it turned from the green of growing to a light yellow, and then a darker yellow, and then a golden brown. And the little red hen said, "Oh, our wheat is ready to harvest. Who will help me cut the wheat?" Dog said, "Not I." Cat said, "Not I." And goat said, "Not I." "Well, then I will do it myself," said the little red hen. And she did. The little red hen took a very sharp knife out to the wheat field, and very carefully she cut that wheat. She cut, and she cut, and she cut, and then she got the wheat seeds off of that wheat. Oh, she had such a big pile of wheat. Oh, that was hard work too. But now all of those wheat seeds, the wheat itself, had to be taken to the mill to be ground into flour. So the little red hen, she said, "Who will help me carry all of this wheat to the mill to be ground into flour?" "Not I," said the dog. "Not I," said the cat. "Not I," said the goat. "Then I will do it myself," said the little red hen. And she did. Oh, it took her a long time to carry all of that wheat to the mill. It took a long time to grind that wheat into flour. Oh, but she got it done. And the little red hen went back home with a whole bag full of flour. Oh, look at that beautiful flour. Now, when Little Red Hen got home, she looked at her roommates and she said, "Now, who will help me make this flour into bread?" Dog said, "Not I." Cat said, "Not I." And goat said, "Not I." "Then I will do it myself," said the little red hen. And she did. She took that flour and she mixed it with a little bit of sugar and some water and some salt and some milk and some butter and some yeast. She mixed it and mixed it and mixed it. She kneaded that dough. And then she put that dough into the oven to bake. It didn't take too long for a wonderful smell to reach outside where her roommates were still playing. That smells good, they all said. Well, the little red hen, when that bread was done, she went to the oven and she took out her bread. And she looked at them all with that delicious, wonderful smelling bread. And she looked at them with that loaf of bread and she said, now, who will help me eat this bread? And Dog said, oh, I will, I will. And he said, I will, I will. And Goat said, I will, I will. Of course, they all wanted to eat it. It smelled so wonderful. But now, Little Red Hen, she looked at her roommates and she said, but none of you wanted to help plant the wheat. None of you wanted to help water the wheat. None of you wanted to help weed the wheat. None of you wanted to help me harvest the wheat. None of you wanted to help me grind that wheat into flour. None of you wanted to help make this bread. So, because you did not want to help make it, you do not get to help eat it. And the Little Red Hen, she ate that whole loaf of bread all to herself. She kept it all to herself. She did not share. Now, sometimes when I do that story, some of my friends say, oh, the Little Red Hen did not share. But Dog, Cat, and Goat, they did not share in the work. So they did not get to share in Little Red Hen's bread. But Little Red Hen taught them a very important lesson. From that day on, if there were things to do around the house, Dog and Cat and Goat, they all pitched in and they helped. They shared with the chores. And Little Red Hen, from that day forward, she shared in her bread making, and her cake making, and her cookie making. Yeah, if you want to taste something delicious, you have to help with the work. And that is the story of the Little Red Hen. And I think any mommies or daddies out there, today seems like a wonderful bread making day. It's not too hot, and there's nothing better than fresh baked bread. Oh, yum, 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 yum. All right, let me move these things out of the way. There we go. Let me get my chickens that flew away over here. All right, can you count chickens with me? Here we go. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chickens. There were 5 little chickens by the old barn door. One saw a beetle. Oh, beetles taste yummy to chickens. And now there's only 4. Ready? Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little chickens under a tree. One saw a cricket. Crickets taste yummy too. And now there's only 3. Count them with me. 1, 2, 3. 3 little chickens looking for something new. One saw a grasshopper. And now there's only 2. 1, 2. 2 little chickens. They said, oh, what fun. One saw a ladybug. And now there's only 1. There's just 1 little chicken. She began to run. Oh, she saw a bee. Yum, 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 yum. And now there are none. 0. No more chickens. Oh, good counting. All right, let me put my chickens back in their bag. There we go. All right, what a wonderful story time. There, I'll put our board back up there. Do you want to sing the goodbye song with me now? Here we go. My hand says goodbye. My hand says goodbye. Every time I leave my my friends, my hands